So, welcome back, folks. After a quick run down the hill, for anybody that knows me, the meaning of run is actually just a kind of move briefly. So, the next group coming up, here we have it, playing up on the 6th. So, for anybody that knows Cluny, this is the first hole after you cross the road. Gents play from the tee just on the corner there in front of the last tree that we see. Ladies playing from where we are just now. So from there, they play a slight curve as you play up the fairway up to the flag up in the centre there as we see it. So we did see this green earlier slightly. We saw Brian McMahon, Will Morrison and May Vidal play this green earlier. As we were heading up the hill, we kind of watched across. So coming round this. There we go. So at this point, most of the players are looking to get just to the bottom of the hill so the next shot can play up onto the green. So playing up, not quite got up the hill. This could, oh, there we go, we stuck there. Potentially later on this afternoon when this grass is really quite dry, sticking up here potentially could see us rolling back down again. Everyone's shot. This is the shots, as I mentioned. They're really trying to get up the hill onto the green. And the hole's a bonus at this point. So everyone just off the green.
Yeah.
And then up.
Okay. Don't play to the back one. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Yeah, holding up there just at the top of the hill.
get in the habit of doing that when it's on the house. Make sure it's windy. It's a bad day, but get into the habit.
John, who we saw, who stopped on the hill playing up. This is just this edge of the hole there past. Okay. There we go, and we go.
I think it's close to you here.
I've got a nice gentle soft shot from Ali there. So, everyone happy with this round? So far, seems to be the feeling. So I think we have someone tucked in behind the trees there that I've missed going in. Yep, playing out. So this is Josh Murray that we're just playing out there. So everyone else on second shot. Adam Knox playing up the hill here. Hoping to try and get, so in the last group, everybody trying to get to the bottom of the hill so that the next shots can get them up to the top. Joe McCourt playing up. Joe might have to play up the edge of the bunker if he's not playing up high the hole and then coming back down. Now, that one may have difficulty getting up over the bunker that we just saw there on the screen. Big hit. Aim to try and get this up. And has managed that. Adam playing up here. Again, as a Fife player, I've played this course quite a few times. Slight advantage knowing some of the lines. Just waiting on the ball getting marked, and then off we go. Casey across the green. But up the hill. So, an attempt to try and play through a bunker there. Comes Joe McCourt playing up the edge of the bunker. Up nicely to the green. Joe saying hello. So, up out the bunker, over the green. Now see Madam Shot playing back down to the hole again. Nicely played. And the hole.
I never seen it, mate. I went in. Seen it.
There we go. Not quite the pace, but nice tap in finish. Joe McCourt to finish off. There we go. So, cutting back over again. Heading back towards where we started the live coverage this morning. Since the sun's come round, this hole will have dried up a bit from the dew this morning. Probably playing slightly different to how it was when you saw the groups earlier.
Right. I'm going to try. That's fine. Stephen was like, confidence.
So from up here, generally speaking, most people aim to try and play through the gap across the bun. Heading across to the greens. Got Ian Knox back here. Ian playing the 13th. So that's the shot to get up to the green.
You mark that?
So this is the green we roughly restarted this morning, where we saw a bit of difficulty trying to get the pace and the lines right together. A lot of players getting one or the other. Now that we've dried out a bit, you can see not as much the dew line. So this may be playing differently for a lot of players. There we go. There we go.
40? 4, yeah.
There we go. So, as he seems to be getting better control of the ball now. Playing in the dew early morning, as all their tour events tend to find first thing, trying to get the pace right on a ball, playing across the sticky wet grass. So glancing round, this group have just finished on here. So what I'll do, I think I'll follow these guys across the road, which takes us back over to the other side. See them playing down. And we'll head back up towards the next couple of holes. Most groups are starting to get towards the last 4 of this round. So, joining across here, coming across to the green. We've got the group ahead of this lot. I've just been informed the group that we saw just crossing the road there. 2 to play. So, we've come across just in time to see young Sam McGoldrick playing up the hill. A little under hit, but on that line, this will be a nice finish now for Sam. There we go. Oh, nicely finished. We weren't sure whether it was going to lip round. There we go. These guys are making it look straightforward. So looking back up the 15th, we can see the guys that we just followed across the road. So teeing off, just in front of the trees at the end there, playing down to we've just seen young Sam's group finish off. And while these guys get a wee bit organised, what we'll do is we'll flip back round again. Looking down 16, you can see from the tee, heading down, the flag's just there on the left hand side where we can see Matt Morgan's ball playing up. So as we head towards the end of the first round, just to give you a quick idea of where the leaderboards are sitting. Men's, Matt Morgan at the moment is sitting on -13, Jack Rigger on -9, so Matt's sitting with a comfortable lead going into the second round unless something happens on these last couple of holes. Ladies, May Vidal on -5 leads, a couple of points clear of Carolyn Kent on -3. Juniors at the moment, we've got Kyle McGreechin on -7, followed closely by Ben on -6, and then Sam on -5. So it's going to be close run for the finish on that one. And then on the over 45s, Gavin Howcup leads on -8, and being chased closely by Brian McMahon and Colin Murray on -7. So it's going to be interesting going in to the second round. Better ball overall, we've got Murray and Morgan leading again -18, with McCourt and Quigley chasing a few behind on -14. So all to play for still. There's still a whole round to go, and as we know, anything can happen. It can be all change by the time the second round gets underway. But as it stands at the moment, it looks like, Gary, your assumption at the moment certainly seems to be leading with Matt. Gav Howe was mentioned earlier by Davy Cameron, and he is up there certainly leading the seniors at the moment. So, looking down the fairway, you can see where a lot of players usually end up, down at the bottom of the hill there, and then playing up straight towards the green. This whole fairway kind of leans to the right, so where most people end up down there. Sam managed to catch the edge of the longer grass up here, giving him a straight across to the green. So, well, with Sam, interesting seeing the leaderboard these days. Back earlier this season, Sam pretty much led most of the events, and since the quality of the juniors has really came up this season, a lot of development gone into the junior sport, and we're seeing the scores getting closer and closer on every event. So Sam playing across as the camera pans round. So, catching the longer grass, giving him the uphill putt, straight for the hole. This is where we quite often see a lot of players putting from this hole. You see, even playing from down the bottom, quite often coming up, curling around the green, back down, catching that bit of long rough, which just stops the balls from rolling way back down to the bottom of the hill. Jack Rigger, we just mentioned, second place in the men's at the moment. Here we go, young Sam playing uphill for the putt. And nicely finished there from Sam. True form, the usual putting style from Sam, hands in the pockets, let's just put it in the hole.
Come on.
There we go. Another nice finish. Jack's intention of finishing round one, get as close to Matt Morgan as possible, keep the pressure on as he goes.
Kind of my usual waterfall.
So, hole 17, last hole for these guys. Tees off down the bottom here, and then they're going all the way up there, up to the top, and then if you can see it in the footage there, there's a head of a lamppost just on the other side of James Dick there, and the hole is up there. We'll head up that direction, see where they are. Matt Morgan's group. Matt Morgan currently leading, currently up on this hole. Join Matt. So, Matt getting good weight, slightly off in the line, but curling round, leaving it not far away at all. So going round. John playing up. Nicely playing. This is going to be close to the green when the ball's at the hole, sorry, when the ball stops. Oh. So, James Dick playing across. Catching the roughs, hitting the brakes quite a bit there. Alan Kent. So Carolyn second place as we just went through the leaderboard there.
Weird. Doesn't turn.
So expecting a bit more of a turn here on the ball.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, but it doesn't. I'll be bogey for me in a while.
Go support coming in for the guys who finished and making their way back to the clubhouse there. And John finishing off. So these guys heading for the 18s. So they tee off back there just in front of the trees at the tee there. And then they're playing quite a long fairway up here. Right across, around this bend, and up to where we can see the white flag in front of the big sail flags at the back there. So, Matt Morgan currently leading. We'll stick with his group just now as we come up there last hole. It's a shotgun start this morning, so Matt started on the first. So Matt teeing off first, ball coming towards us. Next up on the tee, we got James Dick. So James playing to the right as he plays it, taking it to the outside of the bend that we saw playing up the fairway. John playing similar line to Matt. Ball coming round towards us. Getting a bit more distance than Matt. And Carlin playing, out driving all the gents. This is where we can see a bit of a crossroads of different fairways. 17's coming up the hill where we can see Sam in the red there at the back. And then Matt's group heading down 18th.
We're using the what? Right.
So tucking up the side, we've got to see shots here. Over James Dick first to play. So James playing up fairway. Next shot will take him up to the green.
You mark it, that mark, Helen, yeah? No rush, James, save yourself, don't worry.
James running up to mark his. We'll give him a second.
Because it wasn't all not the player,
So
oh, who moved the hole?
Matt playing up, playing to the left side of the fairway. Next shot playing across the fairway to the hole at the right. And John getting his shot in before the camera can pan. Playing up. Only off for Matt. A rough idea of the lines playing across there. Carlin's ball playing up. And nice little group. Yep. So looking across. James playing up there again. There you go. So James playing around. I said getting up to the green, leaving himself just a few foot short of the hole. John first, playing across. Bit more weight, quite a big turn coming from that side on that hill there. Come around here. You can see rough ideas of the lines they're playing.
Maybe that.
Soft from Carlin. Going to end down beside John. This three wanting to play this fairway obviously together. Matt playing. After seeing the other two, you'll have a rough idea of the weights needed. Yep, and in it goes. This is the kind of shot why Matt is leading overall. There we go. All finished. So that ends round one. As I look round the course, you can see everyone else finishing and making their way back in as well. So Matt Morgan leads. We shall see what the next round brings. So join us later on. Guys will all have a bite to eat, and we'll go back out again for round two and see what changes happen in the leaderboard. What do you think will happen? And have a look at some more of the course. But for now, I shall say cheerio, and I shall chat to you all a bit later on again.